Hello, welcome back to another video uh, of Python tutorials, and today we're going to be looking at conditionals. Okay, so we're going to be looking at ifs, elifs, else, and we're going to be looking at conditional operators. Okay, so some conditional operators that we know is, for example, we have this one. So this is to check if something is equal to something. Okay, so this is different than from a single equal sign. When you use a single equal sign, you are assigning a variable something, but when you use two equal signs, you're comparing. So the two equal signs is used when you're comparing things in conditional ifs, ifs and else, else, right? All those types of conditionals. We also have not equal to. So if you want to check if something is not equal to something, then you would use that. You can also use, for integers, you have less than, and then you also have greater than. So if you wanna use less than or greater than, you typically use these for integers. It is very rare to use these for strings. You can, but that's more complex. Um, but yeah, these are typically for strings. This is going to check if if a value is, or I mean, these are usually for integers. They are not for strings. My bad. Um, the less than is of course trying to check if something is less than something. If an integer is less, for example, if 2 is less than 3, or if 3 is greater than 2, right? So those are some that you can use. You can also use this one, which is less than or equal to. You can use greater than or equal to, and so on. You get it. All right, so let's see what we can do. All right, so let's say we have two variables. Let's say we have x equals 2, and we have y equals 3. All right, so let's check if 2 is less than 3. Of course, we're going to, all right, so let's do if x is less than y. So if x is less than y, this is the syntax for writing conditionals, by the way. So if x is less than y, we're going to print out true. Okay, so let's see what we get here. We get true. Okay, so we print out true because 2 is less than 3. All right, so this is something you can do. All right, so now let's say we do 2 and we make this 3. And then of course x is not going to be less than y in here. Y is going to be less than x, right? So here's what we're gonna do. So if x is less than y, we're gonna print out true. Else, this is where the else comes in. We're going to print out false. Okay, let's run this, and now we get false. All right, this is a small simple program here. So now let's actually get into something a little bit more complicated. It's really not that complicated, but all right, so we're going to check the user's age. Okay, so we're gonna have input, and then we're gonna have age. All right, so let's see. So we have age, input, age. So here the user is going to type in their age, and we're going to compare. So we're going to check if the user is older than 18. So if they're older than 18, they can vote. Or if they're 18, they can vote, right? So how do we do this? If age is greater than or equal to 18, then we're going to print out you can vote. All right, so we're going to print out you can vote, right? All right, so there is a problem in this code. I don't know if you guys have already spotted it, but okay, as you can see, we have the age variable, and this variable is a string. Okay, so remember, you cannot compare strings with integers. You can compare integers with integers, but you cannot compare strings with integers. So how do we solve this problem? Because we are we are taking the user's input, but we're taking it in as a string. Okay, now we are comparing this to an integer. We're comparing it if it's greater than or equal to 18, right? So what do we have to do? We have to convert this age into an integer. So we can do this like this. We can do this int here, and then you put a, all right? So then you are here converting this into an integer. So you see now how it says integers, how it says, int, right? So that means that we've converted the user input into an integer because we're going to compare it into an integer, right? So we have if age is greater than or equal to 18, you can vote, all right? So let's see how this works. It's going to ask us for our age. We're going to put 18 and it tells us we can vote, right? Now else, so if the person is not older than 18 or 18, then we're going to have print out you can't vote. So this is how the else works. So else this, if this condition is not true, then we're just gonna print out you cannot vote. If it's, oh, I'm sorry. If if the person is 17 years old, they cannot vote. Okay. All right. So let's implement something better. Right. So we have all right. So let's say we're trying to find out let's say we got a score on a test and we're trying to find out the scale. You know how we have 80 to 90, it's B, and we have 90 to 100, it's A. So let's check this out. So how would we do this? We have score. Yeah, we have, all right, so we have the score, right? So we're going to create a variable called score, and we're going to take the input from the user. Okay, so we're going to have score here, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to convert this into, so what we're going to take from the user is an integer. So we're also going to convert this into an integer, right? Because we're going to take in, the user is going to type in a number, 80, 90, 95, 85, whatever they want to type, right? And we're just going to return a letter. So if it's 95, we'll return an A, right? So let's see, if score is, remember, we already converted it into an integer, so we can compare it now, right? So if score equals, or is greater than or equal to 90, then we're going to print out print A. All right, so the grade is an A, right? All right. Now this is where the elif comes from. So when we have to when we want to check multiple conditionals, we use the elif, right? So elif score is greater than or equal to 80. My bad. 80. Then we're going to print out B, so you get a B, right? And then you just keep doing this until you, of course, get into an F. Greater than or equal to 70. You get print out C. All right, so let's see if this works. See how this works. So our score is going to be, let's say we get a 95 on the test. We have an A, right? Say we get, so we have a 74. We have a C. All right, so you see how this is working. So we just put our number on on what we got on the test, and then we get the letter grade, right? So this is also something you can do, right? Now let's see something different. So let's see how we can compare strings. Okay, so with strings, all right, so let's say we have a name. So we're gonna have a name input. Let's get some input from the user, name, and we're gonna get that input, right? So and this time we're going to be using strings, so we don't have to convert this into an integer. Okay, so we're gonna do if name equals. Remember, we're using the double equal sign because we're going to compare a value, right? We're not going to assign a value, we're comparing things. Okay, so we have Alex. So the name is Alex, and if the name is Alex, we're going to print out you are Alex. Else we're just going to print out, I don't know, you aren't Alex. All right, so let's get our name, and we're gonna get we're gonna put Alex, and it says we are Alex. Now let's do I don't know, let's do Diego, and it says you aren't Alex. Okay, guys, so let's now move on into how we can maybe compare different things. Okay, so let's see. All right, so let's see. Let's say we have an age range. Okay, so let's say we have age input from the user is going to be age. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. All right, so then of course we're going to have to convert this into an integer. All right, so then now we're going to do if. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So if age is not equal to 15, see, we are using an operator here. So if the age is not equal to 15, we're going to print out you aren't in freshman year of high school. We're going to, just do that. All right, so if, typically when you go into high school, you are 15 when you're in freshman year, right? Or, or you're 14. But, in this case, we're just going to assume that every person that goes into high school in freshman year is 15, okay? So if the age is not equal to 15, then we're going to print out you are not in freshman year of high school, okay? So let's run this Python file, let's run this, all right? And just put that we are 15. Oh wait, no, actually, let's put that we're 16 because we don't have a conditional for that. If we actually type 15, it's not gonna do anything, okay? So, don't be afraid to not put that, right? So let's do 16, and then it's gonna be you aren't in freshman year of high school, okay? So you can see how this operator works here, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys learned something here. Um, these are just conditionals and different ways to use operators. There's a lot more like conditional statements that you can do. I really hope you guys learn and can play around with this a bit more on your own. And yeah, I mean, conditionals are really useful things in Python and and in any language and in any programming language. If you can master this, you can master anything. So yeah, guys, I really hope you guys learned. Thank you for watching, and thank you. Bye.